Generic greetings and welcome to Moonfall. Today's beverage is a nice cup of chamomile tea. So Moonfall is a small-scale tactics game where essentially after a apocalyptic event we have to traverse a series of hazardous maps, gather resources and eventually get our team to the end of the game. Something I've not yet done because I've only played for about 45 minutes. But either way, I thought I would just make a quite short video, I guess, on the game. Its build is taking around about sort of 2 to 5 hours depending on your experience level, so probably quite a short one. But either way, let's just jump straight into it because it's a lot easier to show rather than explain. So we're going to load up my save here, as I said, about sort of 45 minutes into the game, although I've had multiple parties because it's sort of roguelike-ish as well. So the party that we have, I don't think I can show you here, but this is our main map. We are on this location here. We are trying to get to, I believe it's called the Valley, which we can go up here, and I mean you can see the sort of rough area where we have to go, but we don't actually know what these locations are anyway. Back down to here. There we go. So we have two locations. We've either got the merchant caravan, so they can trade goods, or we can go for a campfire. So I think that's probably the location we'll go for. Let's confirm that and we will load in. So we'll get this small grid. We have a 3x3 grid in order to place our characters. Each character has a number of health. In this case it's 3 across the board, as you can see, and each character has a class. So Grace here is a warden. Wardens can block the wind fires and don't take damage from them. So this here is a wind fire, and you can click on any of these and it shows you what they are. So travelers take 1 damage. So I'm going to put them right up the front there. Then we've got some gatherers, which I'm going to place either side, and then this person here is a acrobat that can move up to 2 cells instead of 1, and then we will start the journey. So what will happen is the map will roll towards us as we progress on, and every time we move a character, we have an option basically to move a character. So I can click on this person here, and oh, we actually do move there. And every time we move a character, you can only move the once, like that, you will then sort of end the turn and then you'll move forward. So I'm going to sort of creep forward here. We're trying to destroy these wind fires, and these things here are resources to gather. So I don't think I can click on that. Yes, I can. Scrapyard. Relics of an ancient world are left to rust in the scrapyard. Piece of metal, cable, torn fabric. Some of this junk might be salvageable. So what I'm going to do is go back over to there to keep up with that one there. I can either move this person down to destroy that or stay where I am, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to go, say, there to avoid this location, and we will start to perhaps go, ooh, this is where we might have a little bit of a problem because this is going to be in the way. So go to there, and that gets destroyed. We can swap them to there, which will destroy that one. We'll then go with this character to there, which will destroy that one, and then we're going to move up to there, and then you can see I've got 2 of these harvesters. They're all in a row now, so as I move like this, we are gathering these resources, which is fairly cool. We'll actually swap those back like that as well to gather some more, and then a further one back to there. But obviously we have to take into account what we're going to face in the future here. We're going to go forward to there, and then this character is going to get hurt. But if I swap out to there, we should be able to destroy that. That is fine. Then maybe go to there, and then we've got that resource and that resource. So I'll put them there, and we'll gather both of those. And then what do we want? What have we currently got in our inventory? We've got 9 scrap and 3 of this. So I'm going to say go back to there, gather that, and then finally there's the end. So we now get to our encampment. So that's the moment of actually going through each of the maps. We now have the option for the night camp, and we can either, well, at the moment we can't do anything, but if we build either the infirmary, the scout party ability, or the workbench, we can do certain things. So we can click on each one of these and open the codex, and we can then build these. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to probably build, I think infirmary to begin with is not a bad idea, but no one needs healing at the moment because we didn't take any damage. Actually, what I'll do is I'll get the scouting party. So we'll build it up there, and you can see it does take some resources to build. I don't have enough twigs in order to build the next level of those. And what we can do is send someone on a scouting expedition, and it doesn't really matter at the moment who we send out because basically if you had a scout, then sometimes they get they'll get bonuses for scouting, but we don't have one. So I'm just going to put someone there. It doesn't really matter. Each character can have an item. The items that you make are shown in the codex, and we can go down to, I believe it's this one here, yes. So we've got things like the windshield. Despite its appearance, the shield is sturdy enough to protect its bearer from a windfire gust. And then we also got snowshoes to help them go through the frozen ground. And there's other ones like this. A Stardust in this compass reacts to moon shards and guides the traveller through their treacherous labyrinth. I'm not entirely sure what that one does. In the midst of a tornado, the wind harness will keep the bearer and maintain steady course. I know what that one will do. You get tornadoes and such, and that'll be fine for that one. Anyway, so let's go to spend the night, and they will go and scout, and then we end the turn. and because we've scouted, we can now see the things ahead of us. So not just we're currently here. We can only go to that location. You see, we can't go to there because there's no connecting path, but at least we know that what these are. So we're going to go to the campfire, and then once again we'll confirm that, and back onto the map. So a couple of hazards here, and then something together in the centre. So I'll put those there, I'll put that character in there, and then there, and we will start the journey. So let's crack on with this one. So starting the journey, just going to move back and forward, and right, what we've got now here is a Stardust deposit. So, tightly trapped in stone, fossilized stardust is sought after and useful material. However, concentrated in such a large amount, its radiations are harmful if one gets too close. Gatherers will collect this stone, but travelers will take a damage going through it. So, if we have one set of travelers go through it, it might work out for us, but we'll see. I'm going to swap to those characters there because they'll gather. And then I want to probably swap to there, and this is where it's going to be a little bit problematic because I want to gather that stone. So I'm going to say go to there, and obviously they will take a point of damage. This character will get out of the way because I don't want them to take a point of damage because they can't gather it. At least when these are going through it, they're actually able to get that resource, and then perhaps those two there in order to gather that bit, then swap to there, and then this guy, because they can move further, because they are an acrobat, we can then skip over to there and out of the way. Now, I'm probably not being as efficient as I possibly could, no surprise there, but yeah, obviously if you plan quite far in advance and you've got the right order and placement, then you're probably going to do quite well. In this particular case, not so much, but let's just see how we get on. That can go to there, that can go to there. There's some more stone here. The problem is I'm hiding through this stone, and there's one there as well, so I'm going to try and avoid that as much as possible, but we're going to eventually go, I think we're going to go through one of them anyway. So what I'll do is I'll put this character on that side to destroy that, and for these I will probably say, do we really want another one of those? I don't think we do want another one of those, and the problem is if I swap these two, he's only got one health left, so I might have to do that to gain that. And this person will go to there behind them, and we're still gathering these resources, which is fine. We're probably going to go back to there to gather that, and then forward to... Actually, do we need to go forward? We could probably go back to there. That would be better. So those gather them ones. Yeah, that's fine. And then we can sort of creep one forward to there, gather that. They can go back to there to gather those two. Yeah, so it's about the sequence, obviously, and then we're getting quite a bit of resources there. And there we go. We managed to get to the end there for the campfire. So in this case, we need to upgrade the infirmary. In fact, I'm going to upgrade it twice because we have the shards and we have got two characters that are on now 1 health. So we'll put both those on the infirmary. We'll also do a bit of scouting and we will spend the night. So we gain 1 health each on these characters, and then we do a bit of scouting, and we can see we only have up ahead anyway. We only have one option, which is the refugee camp, so we will go there as well. So continue. As you progress on through the game, obviously you'll encounter more and more difficulties, so that's something to bear in mind. I'm going to swap these characters to there. That can go to there, and then those can go to there, and then we'll start. So they're going to gather resources. Oh, already messed it up because these are going to take some damage regardless of what we do. Right, that is a problem. That is quite a problem indeed. Because if I move this character there, this character is going to end up there and taking the damage from that. Oops. Okay. What I'll do, I'll spread the damage across. Go to there, they'll take a point of damage, then they'll go to there, and then we're out of the woods. Right, that's not too bad. Could have been a lot worse. Could have been a lot better. We're now also getting these blizzards, and I will show you what they do by dumping someone in it. You go in there, you get frozen. So you're frozen for 2 turns. Not a big problem at this stage, but I do want to probably avoid this next one. So I'm going to probably go to there. No, if I go there and swap with them, they're going to be frozen. This person's going to be frozen for quite a long time. Actually, they're going to be unfrozen there. I could probably then move to... Ooh, hang on. If I go there, and then I tell them to go ahead to there, and then we skip that one, then this one I'll have to swap out with... If I swap out with them, that's gonna crush that one. If we go back one, and then We'll have to go to... regardless of where I go, it's not going to be good for this character. I don't particularly want to be frozen with all this, because they'll probably die if we go that way. I'm trying to think what the other option is to get them out. This guy, we can't really shift. I could put them there, but this one will be frozen. Unless I come back to there, destroy that, go to there, destroy that. Ah, but I forgot about that one. Go back to there to destroy that. So all these are taking damage, you see, because we're going through these windfires. So fairly big misplay there. But we're back on course now. Those can go to there, and you can go to there. And there's this thing coming up ahead, so we need to get out of the way of that. So I'll skip to there to destroy that. I'll skip to there to get rid of that. And then we have a couple of turns to avoid this thing. Dot to there. Don't really care about the frozen. There's to there. And then to there to gather them twigs. And then there we go to there. Back to the camp. Okay. So this camp, we can now recruit someone. So we got wardens, block the wind fires. Scouts field 2 rows in front of them. And another scout for 2 rows. So Newen, Isif, and Anthony. I think we'll go with another warden would be quite good. But obviously you don't want to fill this up necessarily anyway. Necessarily fill it up. I mean, you could probably do a spam build way just to fill it with people. But I think we're going to go with a warden and then we'll go to the camp. And once again, we do need to obviously send people to heal up there. Sadly, we can't get another level of that. Oh no, we can get another level of that. So I will get a top-end infirmary because, well, we need to do that and then we'll scout out. The workbench I haven't built, but I don't know if we have resources. Yes, we do have enough resources. So the workbench, I could put someone on there and we can tell them to create something. Obviously, they take resources as well and they do different things like this shield here when we say spend the night. So we're going to heal, we're going to scout, and then we're going to build this thing here. That basically gives you like a 1 free hit essentially. We're going to go to the left because why not? And we'll see what this one is like. So this one is what was it? I think it was like a ruinous area. So probably going to find a lot of things with lots of scrap and such. So I'm going to put I think I will do that. We'll have it so it's quite a spread out sort of defense, and then we've got the guy in the center that can move quite quickly. So we're just going to move those back and forward like so. Just out of the way of things. And we have, as we can see, upcoming here. We have upcoming one of these things. I'm going to move to there. This will freeze this person, but I'm not really too bothered. And then I want to move forward 1 to get that resource. And then I'll move this person back 1, then forward to there. And then I want to swap those out to get that resource. Swap those out to get that resource, and now we're coming up against another frozen area. That shouldn't be too much of a problem because you're only frozen for 2 turns, so 1, 2, and we'll be free anyway. And this is all defense stuff anyway, so we'll be frozen, but we'll have cleared that out by the time we get further ahead anyway. So obviously it's freezing these as well, but I'm not really too concerned about that. And we'll just smash straight through all of these. Now this one is a little bit more difficult because we've got the rocks and we've got the frozen ground before it, so we'll freeze, and then I don't think they'll be able to smash through this one here, so that's quite difficult. We can't really do much in the center. The option is we go there. Hang on, we might be able to do something a bit clever here. Let's go probably those back to there, and we will go those to there to destroy that. And then we'll swap. We can't swap with the frozen character. That is a bit of a shame. So instead I'll go there to destroy that. Oh, it looks like they do destroy it, even if they're frozen. Well, that is actually really good, so that's fine. Didn't know that. Back over to this one to gather those resources. We're going to be frozen, but really not too much of a concern because we can do that, and then everyone's frozen, but we're still gathering stuff, and then we get to the end of the ancient ruins there, and we find in a pack it looks like these are snowshoes. So which means I think they're go through the blizzard fast enough not to freeze, but I think that's a one-use thing only. Either way, we can click on these characters and we can give them things like snowshoes. Who would really want the snowshoes? Ideally, it would be these guys, I think, because they do tend to want to move I'll give the acrobat probably the snow shield, I think. So healing, 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 and then scouting, and then crafting. We'll craft another set of snowshoes, and then say spend the night, and then back out to the next one. And obviously, as we progress on, we'll encounter all manner of difficulties. You've got our refugee camp, which you've seen. We've seen the ancient ruins. We've seen the campfire thing. So yeah, there's all things, different things you can encounter, as well as different hazards that you'll find. So you can get, so far I've seen, obviously we've got the ice. We've got the big red dust things. I don't know, I can't remember the exact name of them. We've also got the it was like a, I don't know, where do I want to put these? I think I'll put them on that side. I think the same layout as we had previously was probably the way forward there. These things here, the wind fire gust, you also get like big red rocks, which are not destructible from... these are fine, but the other ones you can't destroy with these sort of shields. So yeah, that's a bit difficult. Now we've got these things here, and I really don't want to be facing those. So I'm going to do that, and we'll obviously clear our path as we move along here. And there you go. So that's fairly okay. And I'll probably say go to there and then gather that. Try and move out of the way of this thing. So it's all about your sequence, all about your timing. And, you know, often it is very easy for me, certainly, to mess up that way. But there we go. We're moving forward, gathering these resources. We've got some, looks to be some snow coming up there, so I want to avoid the blizzard actually. Let's move over to probably there, because we want to gather those. Those are in the right location. We're going to move back to there, and we'll put those in there, because we've seen even if they're frozen, it really doesn't matter. So we'll skip ahead to there. Ah, that was a misplay. I've frozen myself. So that's a problem, and they're going to actually get hit unless I do something really clever, which I don't think I can at this stage. So we'll see what happens there. No, I can't. It looks like they're just going to take a hit, but we do have the shield, so at least that works, which is good. And then move over to there, move to there, and there we go. There is the tornado. So the tornado is not amazing. It's it just, all it does is, I believe, just pushes you back. So I'll go there, and you can see it pushes you back one space. So there you are. So gather those, and that'll pretty much be the end of that run, I believe. And there we go. That is to the end of that one. And once again, I'd probably say everyone's actually on full health, so we can probably scout with... Do you want to scout with more people? We can scout with more people, which will take us up to, I believe, 2 ahead rather than the 1 ahead. Workbench, though, we could probably upgrade that, and then that allows us to put more people on there, so you can go say 1 and then 2 and say, right, I want to make 2 sets of snowshoes or whatever. Either way, though, I'm going to leave it there. That is a very quick look at Moonfall. It seems to be one of those games that is just a quite small, honest, little good game. There's nothing really much else to say about it. It is quite a simple one to get into, but does have a fair bit of variety as well as thought about it. You can't just sort of... I guess you could just put a big row of defenders there, but eventually with the different hazards you'll encounter, obviously it's a lot more in-depth than that. Either way, it's, like I say, a short look at the game. If you like it, then by all means check the link out in the description. You can check the game out yourself. As I said, just seems to be one of those small, honest little games that I'd like to bring some attention to if I can, because I have been enjoying it. Either way, I hope you have enjoyed this video. Comment in the comments. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.